Hey guys, Jane here and welcome to my second ever Diablo 4 video, and in this one today I am going to talk about gold making specifically. As you may already know if you watched my previous video, which is my very first one, you know that I am completely a new player. I mean, I do currently not have a job and I have a lot of time to spend playing the game. However, this is my very first season. This is actually my very first character that I got to level 100. Right now I am having 3 level 100s, which is this one is a barbarian, a rogue, and then a necromancer. But long story short, this video is going to be about gold making, and I will try to be quick about it. And first, as you can see here, I have about 7 billion raw gold right here at the moment. And, for someone who has been spending most of my time so far messing around, and as you can see, I didn't even kind of master working my gear a lot, right? Just some of it. And they are all like, except for this Shaco, it is or the Harlequin Crest. It is to level 8 masterwork. Everything else is level 4 pretty much. So long story short, the character power is, not that impressive. And this is my strongest character so far. It is the Bash Barbarian. It is what it is, right? But with a very, very, I would say, weak character, and most of the time I have not been spending like exclusively just farming gold. I think this is a decent amount of gold. From what I sometimes talk about the game with some of my friends who also plays the game, but they have like a full-time jobs and stuff like that, so they do not have as much time play the game as I do. I learned that this actually is a pretty impressive amount of gold. And hey, I want to share how I made it today, and it is actually quite simple. So there's two steps. The first one, the most efficient way to actually farm stuff that can, generate you gold, personally, I think, is simply to just go in Hell Tides. This can drop you basically anything in the game except for, from my understanding, Uber Uniques, which is not tradable anyway. And the way to gain the most amount of money is simply through trading. However, if you simply just farm, let's say you farm Hell Tides, you go to the Hell Tides, and then let's just go to the Hell Tides actually. Right, why not? Right now, mainly I am trying to farm the pit in this character. It is a level 80 pit or something. Right. So in the Hell Tides here, what you want to care for mostly is this accursed ritual event. So whenever you come to the Hell Tides, normally you go out of town a little bit and then you just mark on, you find the devil's head icon over here, and then you try to go for it. What I normally do is I often try to hang out here, and the moment when I see it turns yellow or orange, this color by the way, that means someone is doing it. And if you join there, you will get, first of all, the most amount of experience, the easiest amount of experience, I would say. I think Nightmare Dungeon can give you a little bit more experience, but this is the most comfortable one and easy one. And people can randomly carry you just by, being there. There's often groups of people who are there, like trying to do services to get people level up quickly or something like that. There's always someone going on there, and they continue to pop the accursed ritual repeatedly, and you can benefit from it if you have the hearts to contribute into summoning yourself. Should try to do it, and always try to get only one of your hearts in there out of 3. The reason is, if you contribute 1, you will get more loot, and potentially you will get, hey, potentially you can have good loot from more loot just dropping. And yeah, that is the first thing I want to mention. Hell Tides is currently the best way I know so far to farm gear. You can have 2 GA, you can have 3 GA gear, and they can potentially be very good. If you hit the jackpot, you can potentially have up to billions of gold with just like one single lucky drop. The biggest item I have sold so far is for 1.5 billion. That is drop itself. But the majority of the money that I made so far, of the gold that I have made so far, is actually not from farming hell tides, because hey, you depend like entirely on RNG to get the money. And that is never, ever a good way to make money ever in any ARPG whatsoever. If you play, other ARPG like PoE, is the game that I know about the most. It is always coming from the, reliable sources of income. The essences, the blight farm, whatever. It's, consistently giving you money. That is the main thing. If you farm hell tides, sure, you will have a consistent amount of money, but it's not the most amount of money that you can make. However, it is the best farming way you can do, right? Now that we get it clear, we comes to the next part. And oh, by the way, if you do hell tides, remember to, take a look at the Whisper the Dead here, because sometimes the hell tides will spawn at a region where you also do the Whisper. And if you complete 10 out of 10 here, just come here, right? Just come here and talk to the tree, and you will get a reward. And if you see, I would say, first of all, greater box, sure, take it. Or if you just want raw gold quickly in the beginning, if you see the reward of chaos, it is the most amount of gold that you can get from the Whisper tree. Whisper to death, I mean. Yeah. And so, now, to the actual big boy method. Well, surprise, surprise, it is trading. And specifically trading the items that is the most expensive that you can afford. The reason why is, first of all, the item that is expensive is going to be rare. And the rarer the item, the more sought after the item, the more meta the item, the better it is for you to go ahead and flip it. Because you can invest, let's just say, for example, right? Let me go to my stash over here and give you an example of an item. All right, let's just say it is this item over here, right? I can tell you that I sniped this item for 600 million. And potentially I can sell it for up to somewhere up to 3 billion gold. And, the 2 billions in between of those prices is pure profit. So, yeah, you got the idea, right? Hey, just basically look for stuff that is, first of all, affordable by the amount of gold that you have, right? So if you have, I would say, 10 million, you have to flip an item that is 10 million. If you have 100 million, you should flip an item that you can buy for 100 million, yada yada, right? So where do we find that? Here actually. Okay, let me pull up this website. This is just one of the places, by the way. So you can go to website like this, right? Okay. You go to website like this, for example. Hey, here, I asked to buy this one because I think this one I can easily resell for like 1 billion. So yeah, I asked to buy this one. I received this one at 8:36 a.m., which is a few hours ago. So I'm not sure if I add him in game right now, he will be online and sell the item to me. But yeah, here is what you do, right? Let's just go from the first step. The first step is actually not from the trade website. If you are, newer to the game like me, I would recommend you to an extra step here, which is go to YouTube, right? Find your favorite. Oh no, not Roblox. Fuck. Yeah. Go to YouTube or whatever website you want. You can go to like Maxroll, something like that. I enjoyed going to YouTube, so this is the guy that I use for reference most of the time, and he often, he often have a updated build tier list or something like that. Yeah, here 2 days ago.
Everybody, it's
2 days ago, and he will basically shit. So from here the builds that is currently meta, the items that are used in that build is very sought after by a lot of people, because right now the fact is everyone who is playing like ARPG, majority of them kind of want to play the strong build, the meta build, the nice stuff. And so the demand for these items is very high, and you can easily sell the item quickly. So let's just say if it is bash, right? Bashed. So you go to the filter over here, right? Filter, you go down to the last row over here, scroll down, right? Get the bash. Okay, so what is the number of results over here? As you can see, you have up to 32 pages of result, which is not good because there's a lot of this item, right? So we need to up the price a little bit, basically. And if I want to, I would say strength. Let's just say strength in this case, right? So we have a 2GA item that is strength and bash, and as you can see here, there's way less available for sale. And also look at the price. In this first page, the highest price, the lowest price that I see is 4 billion. Right? So what you do is you go ahead and check them out. So that in here, as you can see, there is all the pages. There's only one guy that is selling this one for 4 billion. This is 4 billion as well. And the rest of it is 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6, something like that. The first thing I want you to do is to make an offer on all of the ones that does not have a actual price here, and just make an offer of like 3 billion for this one. There is a chance that someone will sell you for that, and then when you have it, you can relist it for 4 billion. It applies to all items in the game. However, the rarer the item, the stronger the item, the hotter the item, the better chance of you, the better chance for you to resell it like instantly. And I would say it's not stop here. You can also because right now there is no official trading channel for Diablo 4, right? So this is just one single one. We can go for Crimson Market. For example, this is another website that you can use to trade Diablo 4 item. You can use whatever. You can go to Discord. There's a bunch of Discord group that have its own economy system. So if you have multiple channels to trade, you have more chance to snipe for a cheaper item and then resell it, maybe in the same platform, maybe in a different platform, because the prices are not exactly the same on all the platforms that you can trade the item currently. And yeah, hey, it is what it is, right? Because the trade system is currently like this, so there is a big gap in the economy that the item prices are not the same everywhere, and we can, if we want to, we can totally capitalize on that fact that the market is a free market and it's very, 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 very unregulated. So yeah, that is the way I use to make, you know, a lot of money for, let's just say, a very weak character, right? It is a bash barbarian, but compared to a bash barbarian can be, a lot of this shit is dog shit. Look at my strength. It is only 1 point, almost 1.2k, right? Like half of the strength that, you know, people in the end game are having. So yeah, if I can do it, you can do it as well. Maybe you have, like, I just say 50 million. Maybe if you have less, maybe you will need to spend a little bit of time to farm hell tides wherever it is. I think right now, yeah, it is in the 5 minutes downtime between the hell tides. So farm the hell tides, right? Sell, you know, random like 1 GA, 2 GA gear. It can net you like a couple of millions into the hundreds of millions just randomly. And also another thing, because we are weak as shit, I am talking about new player here, right? And the casuals, because we are weak, we are not as strong as other people. We cannot, you know, grind the bosses down like they do. So sell the material. These things here is sold very quickly. I sold all the living steel that I got. I sold all the stones, the shackle, the dolls, a lot of the materials that I myself do not even use once yet, because I don't think I can do it, and I am enjoying other content. So yeah, I used to do that. And I just do this for one afternoon, and suddenly from a little bit more than 1 billion gold, I now have 7 billion gold. And I would say if I sell everything that I invested in here, I will have 50. I think maybe I will have less, maybe 10, but at least I will have 10 billion gold from 1 billion gold by spending one afternoon. It might sound like a lot, but it's actually like 2 hours of looking at stuff and then you know, selling stuff. So if you get it set up normally, you should have 1 or 2 items that is decently good, decently priced, that is on sale. And yeah, just play the game. And you know, once in a while you will have a trade. Whenever you sell one item, you can go ahead and try to find the next item with the budget that you just got, and then it will snowball the amount of gold that you have from something that is very little to a absurd amount. And with this amount of gold, I think now I can reinvest into, actually, because I have a decent amount of gold right now, right? So right now my main goal changed to farming the pit. And yeah, I can get the material to masterwork from the pit, and then I can upgrade my character, and then I can do the cool stuffs. And so yeah, I think that is the best way, and in order to make a lot of gold quickly. And if that is what you have in mind, if that is your goal, go ahead, you can do it. This is the best way, I think. But if you just want to enjoy the game as a game, you don't want to, you know, go, oh no, Econ 101 on Diablo 4. You just want to kill monsters, hey, go ahead and do it. Do whatever you like. However, if you want to get a lot of gold in order to, you know, either buy good items in the game so your character is stronger, or simply, you know, try to burn a lot of gold in masterworking in order to make your character stronger, you can do this method. And I hope this is helpful to someone out there. So yeah, until next time, peace. Oh, by the way, please do, you know, like and subscribe to the channel. This will be very helpful to me, because this is still a very, very, very new channel, very small channel. And yeah, every single subscribe is absolutely huge. Every single like is absolutely massive. And I cannot thank you enough for it. And hey, thanks for watching anyway. Once again, peace. And I leave a lot of links in the description. It can be stream, it can be Discord, it can be, you know, other social stuff. So